I am still having to keep my basil under cover because of this never-ending epidemic we have, invasion, if you will, of grasshoppers. Those little monsters. They are just absolutely terrible. Hello there. Welcome back to another episode of the Cottage Wife Life, or Becoming a Cottage Wife. Here is what is going on in this cottage wife life and out in the garden. I'm going to harvest some of my echinacea, my cone flowers. Well, I'm going to harvest this one just as a dry flower, and this one I'm going to let it go to seed. And then this one, when she's ready, we will harvest her. I don't know if I will do that one as a dried flower or let it go to seed. There's one right there also that needs to either be deadheaded or we need to let it go to seed. We'll have to decide. And then I'm also going to harvest a bunch of the echinacea leaves. I need to deadhead these snapdragons over here. What else? I do want to harvest some more of the marigolds and hang those to dry. I have found several uses for them as dried flowers. Oh, there's so much deadheading to do. So much, but I also, of course, want to let, enough of it go to seed. Look at this. More dill seeds. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, that's so fabulous. Some of these, they're already well on their way to becoming seed or getting to seed, so I'll leave those ones alone and just kind of, like this one, it's still got a long ways to go, so we'll go ahead and deadhead that so that we get some more beautiful blooms. But, we've got some that are just, they are well on their way, and I don't want to lose the opportunity to have those seeds. Oh, we had some beautiful rain. Unfortunately, we had a few dry days before that, and these guys are angry at me, my tomatillos. Look at this. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't that so beautiful? It's like a little lantern. I just love these. When I was growing up in California, Northern California, in wine country and marijuana country, we had tomatillos growing in our yard. I am half Mexican, as most of you know. I'm sure you know. And my daddy would grow these. Well, I don't know who planted them, but there were things that he would make with them and my mom would make with them, and it's just amazing and wonderful to finally be growing them myself. And it was my daughter Olivia that actually requested that we grow them. So anyway, really excited for these to do what they do and to be able to have, her make some things with them. My daughter is an amazing cook, amazing baker. She is so skilled. We've got more cosmos that need to be harvested, whether deadheaded or let them go all the way to seed. These ones that are getting pretty close to that, we'll just let them alone. We finally have parsley happening in various places. I've never been able to get it to get big, so I've got some right here, and then I've got some in here, and I have been plucking and harvesting a lot of these hollyhock leaves because they have so many medicinal purposes, and also because they keep shading out this parsley. There's some more right there. So I am going to go ahead and harvest most of these ones today because I don't need this many of these plants. I need to pull some of these up, pot them up, or replant them elsewhere. And then maybe that will also help this parsley to do what it wants to do. What else? We have all of these glorious sweet peas. They didn't work in the spring, but boy, are they taking off now in the fall. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, they're so beautiful. Just so beautiful. I harvested a whole bunch of the sage here, a whole bunch of that, and I harvested mint, but obviously there's a bunch more that needs to be harvested. And then we're gonna get to these guys. Yes, they are in the nightshade family, but they're safe. They, for centuries, are something that Native Americans and pioneers, settlers have used. I wouldn't recommend, according to my research, eating them raw, but we will be using them in some jams and jellies, trying out some recipes. These were a volunteer. They just ended up in my yard. I think they came with a plant that I got from my mother-in-law some years ago, and I finally identified them last year or the year before. And this year, with such a bountiful harvest, look at all of these, I am finally going to do something with them. And what I'm thinking is we are just going to do a really good Chelsea chop, where that's a British thing I got from Monty Don and Gardener's World. We are just going to chop this all the way down, and harvest all of these berries. I'm pretty sure that's what you would call them, as berries. Yeah, I think so. And we're going to have some fun with them. It'll be an adventure. You may notice that there are assorted dandelion leaves throughout my garden. Well, not all of them. I think those actually are a lettuce. Yeah, I think so. But definitely there are dandelion leaves in here. They have come from this sad lawn situation. My goodness. And James, my husband, has fought them, but it has been, a losing war. Dandelion leaves, incidentally, though, have so many benefits to them, so many therapeutic and medicinal benefits. And so I am actually allowing, look, even the dandelions get attacked by the grasshoppers. God. Anyway, I am allowing some of them to go ahead and take root in some of my pots here in the Laughing Place garden. And I have been harvesting them because these ones are untreated, whereas the ones in the lawn absolutely have been treated. I'm not going to let them take over, and I'm not going to let them go to seed, because absolutely not. But I am harvesting some of them and allowing them here, and also in a couple of places in the front yard, just a little bit. But I do want to come out and get all of them. Well, maybe I'll do it as soon as I'm done recording with you guys. I don't know. We'll see. But come in and pull all of these heads, because it's just too much. It's too much. I want the leaves. I want to be able to preserve some, and that's wonderful, but I don't want them taking over, What do we do, guys? I don't want harsh chemicals and all of that. Trying to avoid as much of that as possible, especially now that we are a cat family. If you guys have suggestions that you have used that were more natural, obviously we can dig all of them out. And especially now that the soil is nice and soaked, very sodden, it would be much easier. But again, I have very arthritic hands, so this would be something I would have to wait for the kids to come and do. The best that I can do is to go around and pluck all of the heads. That I can do. It never ends. It never ends, my darlings. Gardening, yard care, home ownership, becoming a cottage wife, living the cottage wife life, it never does end. I've got a bunch of stuff sprouting up here. I have thinned some of them out. I don't even know what all I have. That looks like a basil or a spinach, maybe. I really thought that I had done a better job. It's got to be spinach. Look at that seed. I thought I had done a better job of dispersing these seeds, but apparently not. And I did pluck some out and move them to these other places, and luckily they have taken hold, so that's good. But I'm going to have to thin them out some more, because that's just too many in that little spot. I don't know what is going on here, who these little friends are. Did I sprinkle seeds there, or are they dropped from like the mint and other things? I have no idea. But can I just say how absolutely glorious it is being out here, how wonderful it is being out in my garden. I know I need to fix that sign. We are switching this garden over, though, to a Princess and the Frog, Tiana's Bayou Adventure theme from the Laughing Place, because Splash Mountain was the original inspiration for the garden, and it is, of course, being changed over, so we're changing this over as well. Come along, it's going to be awesome. But all of that will not happen till spring. But let's finish a thought, shall we? I just want to say how wonderful, oh my God, how grateful, how glorious it is being out here in the fall, in autumn, in my garden, wearing a hoodie, no less, after just a wonderful rain, being up and about and walking and able to do stuff. And yeah, probably doing more than I should, but that's me, you know, that's what I do. Oh my God. I feel like I have been not asleep, but definitely something like that for, you know, a year and a half with the foot recovery. And, it just feels like almost a rebirth, a new beginning, you know, and starting this whole like cottage wife life adventure that I'm doing, and, trying new things and doing different things. It just, and like connecting with my ancestors and connecting with the past and preserving for the future, and all of it, it just, and trying to learn new things. It's like I'm alive again. And that is a beautiful, wonderful, priceless thing. And I'm so grateful. I'm just so incredibly grateful to have gotten to this point. You know, there were so many times in this journey where I was just like, forget it, fuck it, I can't do it. But we've continued on. And so many of you have been a huge part of that and have continued on this journey with me and with my family across our, you know, 3 channels here on YouTube, and just personally and privately have sent me the most beautiful messages that I'm terrible at responding to, and just the comments, the support and the love and the encouragement. And yes, even as an atheist, the prayers, because I know that that is you expressing your love in the most poignant and valuable way. And it means so much to me. It means so much that you would extend your supplication to your God for me. This random lady on YouTube. Yeah, it's the most wonderful time of the year. And how fabulous that the most wonderful time of the year, my most favorite time of the year, is when I am finally feeling whole again. Not perfect. We're not climbing mountains or running races or any of that right now. But so capable. My son and I are going to go on a little paved hike this weekend. I'm so excited. It's going to be what it's going to be. How much will I be able to do? I don't know yet. It's, like I said, it's all paved. And there's lots of flat, straight, you know, just walking. And it'll be so awesome. It's, you know, a little date, if you will. We'll probably stop and get a treat or something. But just to have that time together. I'm sure we'll talk all about Minecraft, because that's our thing that we have together. And I'm so grateful for that too. I am feeling so much gratitude for the life that I have, and for not having given up, because there were so many dark times, so many. And it got scary. Okay, it got scary. It was rough, because it, you know, not just my stupid foot, but everything else with the family and their things, and how everything was affecting them. And then you know, my digestive problems that will never end, and my RA getting far more aggressive. Just, you know, kind of a perfect storm of so many things at once, and all that, just the gut problems. And, you know, we're still dealing with that, and that will continue until I die. I mean, it's a chronic condition, so just learning to live with that, you know. It's amazing just being able to walk. It's like all that other stuff sucks, you know, it sucks. But just being able to walk and to get around, it makes the other stuff far more bearable. You guys make it more bearable. And I appreciate it so much. The sun is coming. There it comes. So I'm going to go in and have some coffee and cuddle with my kitty. And I wish you just the most wonderful, beautiful things that life can bring. Some sunshine, a comfy kitty, a beautiful garden, and just goodness and happiness and hope. Because you will get through it. You can get through it. And sometimes it will suck. And you will just want to die. Because you just can't take it anymore. But if you can find the beauty and the joy and the hope in every day and in every dark moment, hey, you just might, I can't make promises, but you just might come out on the other side into the sunshine and the fall, the autumn, the most wonderful time of the year. You just might. But there's only one way to find out, and that is to keep going. So please keep going. I'll talk to you real soon.